Hey guys, sorry I haven't released a video in a while. I was on vacation, from which I got this awesome set of shades. But I'm back now, so let's jump right in. I loved Amending Fences. The story was heartwarming, and seeing the friends that Twilight had made before she left to Ponyville was an added bonus. However, that got me thinking, what would have happened if Twilight had stayed in Canterlot from the very beginning? There's no denying the feats that Twilight has accomplished with her friends. It's almost as if it was fate that pitted them together from the beginning. Or I suppose that Celestia just knew what was going to happen when she decided to send Twilight to Ponyville, but either way, I do not suppose she could have stumbled upon a better group of friends. Unless... No, it can't be. There's no way Twilight would have been better off with this life rather than this one, right? Well, let's take a closer look at just what her life would have been like if, say, the Summer Sun celebration was held in Canterlot that year instead of Ponyville, and she never met the Five. To start off, the most obvious change would be that Twilight would have unlikely had any connection to the main Five in any way. But wait, Pinkie was friends with Minuette, so there's still a chance at Twilight at least becoming acquainted with them, I hear you cry. Unfortunately, not even that could have happened. Remember that Pinkie met Minuette at a wedding that she was really only invited to because she was friends with Twilight. Also, without Twi, chances are the Five wouldn't be friends with each other either, as Applejack mentions that it was their connection to the elements of harmony that sprouted their friendship in the first place. Speaking of which, would Twilight and the 5.2 be the new connection to the elements? After all, it's unlikely that all of them could be interchanged with each other's element, except for, I suppose, Minuette, who could very well possess laughter, and I guess Lemon Hearts was acting out of kindness when she changed the subject for Twilight's sake. Come to think of it, Moondancer giving her book to Twilight was rather generous. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that the main 6.2 would have no problem bearing the elements of harmony, which would mean that the events of Magical Mystery Cure still would have happened, and the Quesadilla Coward still would have gotten her crown. Notice a pattern yet? It seems that Twilight's life wouldn't have changed all that much even if she never met the Five, with the exception of the fact that they're not all unicorns. Just replace everything she did with them with the 5.2. Okay, well, just because Twilight's life wouldn't have changed a substantial amount doesn't mean she'd be better off sticking with her old friends. So let's take a look at if her life would have improved at all. Since we don't know all that much about the 6.2, I will only be making judgments solely off of what was presented in this episode. And that leaves us with only two characters to analyze, Minuette and Moondancer. Well, Minuette is basically a more relaxed Pinkie Pie, only because she's a unicorn she can't use passive magic to break physics in the way only Pinkie can. Great! Though I don't know if that would have improved Twilight's life at all. However, things do become really interesting when we take Moondancer into account. The most beneficial side of her being her Twilight likeness. And for the record, I don't mind that she looks like Twi. Seriously, it's obvious that she really valued Twilight, and matching mains is what this group of friends seem to do. Anyway, what makes Moondancer a valuable asset to Twilight is her brain. Ask yourself, who can Twilight really talk to about her studies and sophisticated interests? And with her current friends, there's no one she can talk advanced magic with. I suppose, say, Princess Luna would be all ears, maybe Celestia, but that's it. Now imagine if she had stayed with her old friends. Everything would reasonably stay the same, except this time she would have a friend who values wisdom and has a thirst for knowledge as much as she does. Imagine just what these two could have accomplished if they had been together from the start. The amount of sheer good that each would have contributed to Equestria. Plus, having two Twilights around would make the 6.2 virtually unstoppable. While it is true Twilight is very happy where she is, and I wouldn't expect her to trade what she has away, even if she had the chance. Perhaps going to the party would have led her to accomplish more than what she has already, but all of this is a reality that Twilight will never get to experience, all based off of one small decision, to go to a party or not. Now, this is all just barely scratching the surface of the intriguing and complex subject of what if. Seriously, someone needs to write a fanfiction on this. But what do you guys think? Just how would Twilight's life have changed if she decided to go to the party? Would the decision ultimately be for the better or the worse? Let me know in the comments. This is Central, and it's been fun talking pony.